An unprecedented churn at the heart of its federal structure is brewing, one that pits Raj Bhavan against elected governments and now even questions the constitutional role of the governors themselves. The latest flashpoint comes from Karnataka. Governor Thaverchand Gehlot abruptly walks out of the joint sitting of the State Assembly and the Legislative Council after delivering just 2 lines of his customary address. He says, "My government is committed to doubling the economic, social and physical development of the state. Jai Hind, Jai Karnataka." That's it. The governor refuses to read the full cabinet-approved speech and exited the house. In fact, this is what is tradition, that he gives the entire speech, but he refuses to complete the entire speech, just gives one paragraph like what I read out and then walks out. The reason being a standoff between Raj Bhavan and the Congress-led Karnataka government over 11 paragraphs of the address that were critical of the union government, particularly references to the changes in the Rural Employment Guarantee Framework and alleges shortfall in tax devolution and fund allocation to the state. So, primarily speaking, he was not happy with the speech that was charted out by the state government for him to read, claiming that he does not agree with it, that it was basically criticizing the centre's policies. Siddaramaiah has spoken, the Karnataka CM. Let's listen in.
Today, instead of speaking the speech prepared by the cabinet, he spoke the speech prepared by himself against the constitution, provisions of the Constitution, Indian Constitution. It clearly violates Article 176 and 163 of the Indian Constitution. Therefore, it is not going to be the speech of the governor. He has not discharged his duties as per the Indian Constitution.
As the governor walked out, you had Congress leaders raising "shame, shame" slogans inside the house. Congress leader B.K. Hariprasad was seen attempting to stop him, while sharp accusations flew between Treasury and the opposition benches, plunging the joint session into complete chaos. But here's what the BJP said in response to what happened.
Congress government, they are pressurizing governor to speak against the central government, Narendra Modi government. This is not fair. Constitutional head is the constitutional head of the Karnataka state. He can't, he can bid to central government and state government for the development, legal issue, everything. But Congress people, their own Congress agenda.
All right, let me tell you that this has been a trend in all southern states. We're looking at a similar pattern in Tamil Nadu, in Kerala as well. Just 2 days ago in Kerala, Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan accused Governor Rajendra Vishwanath Arlekar of omitting a crucial line from the government's policy address, a line that said Kerala was facing severe fiscal stress due to adverse actions of the union government that undermine fiscal federalism. Raj Bhavan responded by claiming that the governor's suggestions were missing from the draft. And in Tamil Nadu, the confrontation had gone even further. Governor R.N. Ravi there, on the first day of the 2026 Assembly in Tamil Nadu, refused to read the fully approved address and walked out because he said that the session started off with the Tamil anthem instead of the national anthem. But well, it's been tradition in Tamil Nadu that the assembly starts off with first the Tamil anthem. But here R.N. Ravi insisted that this was an absolute insult to the national anthem for it to be played second. Now, this was not the first time. In 2024 and 25, the governor did not deliver the opening address at all. R.N. Ravi refused to deliver the opening address. Even in 2025, he walked out citing the national anthem was not played at the beginning of his speech. The DMK government has accused the governor of withholding assent to key bills, sending repassed legislation to the president, and has taken the dispute all the way to the Supreme Court. Now, the Tamil Nadu government has escalated the confrontation even further. Chief Minister Stalin has announced that DMK will seek a constitutional amendment to remove the governor's customary address at the beginning of the assembly sessions, reopening a fundamental constitutional debate now. Well, you're looking at Stalin irked. He's saying that he's going to now talk to other opposition parties and other governments to decide how to tackle the governors constitutionally, because we're looking at a similar pattern. So how does the constitution, what does the constitution really say? Before that, let's hear what Stalin had to say.
ஆளுநர் உரையை பேரவையில் படிக்காமல் மாண்புமிகு ஆளுநர் அவர்கள் சென்று வருவதை இப்பேரவை ஏற்கவில்லை. மாண்புமிகு ஆளுநர் அவர்களுக்கு அனுப்பி வைக்கப்பட்ட சட்டமன்ற உறுப்பினர்கள் மேசையில் உள்ள கணினியில் பதிவேற்றம் செய்யப்பட்ட ஆளுநர் உரையின் ஆங்கில மொழியாக்கம் இங்கே மாண்புமிகு ஆளுநர் அவர்களால் படிக்கப்பட்டதாக இப்பேரவை கருதுகிறது.
So what does the Constitution say about the governor making the opening speech? According to Article 176 of the Constitution, it clearly states that at the commencement of the first session of the year and after a general election, the governor shall address the assembly, and this is not optional. Under Constitutional Convention, the speech is entirely drafted by the elected government. It outlines the policies and programs of the government for the year. In fact, the governor then has no authority to add, delete, alter, or even modify a comma. That's how specific that they have to go as per what's presented to them by the government. This applies not just to governors though, but equally to the President of India as well. If a governor refuses to read the address or walks out, then it amounts to acting against the Constitution, and each such instance constitutes to a violation of Article 176. So can Tamil Nadu amend the Constitution to remove the governor's address? Tamil Nadu governor basically refusing to speak on that address that was agreed upon. Is he violating the Constitution? Legally, a state government cannot amend the Constitution as well. Only Parliament can. Certain amendments also require ratification by at least half of the state legislatures, and such a change would have to apply uniformly to all states, not selectively to opposition-ruled ones. Interestingly, this debate is not new. As we know, former President R. Venkatraman had once argued that the governor's or president's address was unnecessary and that sessions could begin like any other sitting without this mandatory speech. That view was not accepted at that time, though the practice was later reduced from every session to only the first session of the year and post-election sessions. And for the reasons cited by the governors, microphones being switched off, disagreements over content, protocol disputes, constitutional experts say now, none of these have constitutional relevance, nor can disagreements ever, or disagreements over content particularly, because the content belongs to the elected government, really be an actual issue. Even on the national anthem, constitutional experts point out that protocols are set by the elected government, not by the Raj Bhavan. There's no constitutional rule that mandates the anthem must be sung before the governor's address. So we're looking at all southern states now, looking at friction with their governors. What really is the way forward? PDT Acharya, who's former Secretary General of the Lok Sabha. Thanks very much for joining us, sir. We also have Satya Prakash, Vice Chairperson of the Congress, Vice Chairperson and Spokesperson of the Congress, and Dr. Sudha R. Halkai, spokesperson of the BJP, joining us from Karnataka. I'll first get to PDP Acharya. Thanks very much, sir, for speaking to us. Give us a little more and a little sense about this constitutional violation. On both ends, it's very tricky. On one end, you have a speech that's being prepared by the state government that's to be read out by the governor who's been appointed by the centre. So for a man to be appointed by the centre to be bad-mouthing the centre at a state assembly session, very conflicting certainly, but at the same time the constitution mandates for the governor to abide by what is written and presented to him or her. But here we're looking at a flashpoint. We've seen this for the last few years. Most opposition states are facing off with their respective governors. It's become a pattern and almost normalized now, none questioning it. Stalin today says he's going to take this up legally and see what can be done collectively.
Well, it's very unfortunate that such a situation has arisen in some of the South Indian states. As you have said, in Tamil Nadu it has happened, in Kerala, of course, in a different way, and now in Karnataka, where the governor has first refused to address the legislature,
Yeah.
And after that, he comes there and reads out one sentence and afterward walks out. In Tamil Nadu, the governor came, but he did not read out the speech and he walked out. So in Kerala, of course, the governor has read out the speech, but he has omitted certain paragraphs of the speech. Well, this has become a kind of a pattern to be seen in these states which are ruled by different, opposition parties. See, the point is, does the governor have an option so far as addressing the House is concerned? If the governor refuses to come, I would say that the governor is acting against the mandate of Article 176. Now, what does 176 say? In fact, it says two things. One is the governor shall address the legislature at the commencement of the first session in a year. And secondly, and that is more important, he shall inform the legislature of the causes of summons. You know that the governor summons on the advice of the Council of Ministers. Governor summons the assembly. And then the governor addresses the members and then informs them of the causes of the session, why the session has been summoned. He will explain to the members. He will explain it through the speech. Now, it is a universally followed convention that the speech is prepared by the government, approved by the cabinet, and that speech has to be read as it is, without any change. The governor has no authority to change any part of the address because this address reflects the policies and programs of the government.
Yeah.
And the governor is not personally responsible for whatever is said in that report, in that address. It is actually the elected government which is responsible for the content of the address. It is the elected government which is responsible to the people, not the governor.
So, sir, when the governor is reading out a speech that is prepared by the government, by the state government, is the governor reading it as himself, or is he reading it as the government of Karnataka, for instance?
No, it is actually, the governor is a part of the government. Governor, constitutionally, the government means the governor aided and advised by the Council of Ministers. That is the definition of government. So governor is a part of the government. That is why he reads out a speech which is prepared by the Council of Ministers, that is the cabinet. And he has to read it as it is. That is his duty under 176. If you go to Article 163, it makes very clear that the governor can act only on the aid and advice of the Council of Ministers. And a series of judgments have been given by the Supreme Court saying that the governor has no independent authority or powers which he can exercise independently. He has to act only on the aid and advice of the Council of Ministers. So here, the speech has been prepared by the Council of Ministers, that is the cabinet, and given to the governor.
But is the governor allowed, does he have any right to delete or disagree with any of the paragraphs?
No, governor doesn't have any right to delete even a comma from that address, because it is an address prepared by the government. It is an address which is owned by the government. That is the executive, the Council of Ministers, headed by the Chief Minister. So this is the constitutional position. And if the governor has refused to come, that would mean that he is actually acting against the mandate of Article 176.
So in this case with Tawarchand Gehlot, sir, do you see that he has acted against the Constitution?
No, this action of not informing the members, because the basic point, the basic purpose of this article is, and the basic function of the governor is to inform the members, inform the legislature as to why the session has been called. That is it. So he has a duty to inform the members. If he doesn't read the speech or if he doesn't come, then he fails to inform the members, which is a constitutional duty. That is the crux of the
But he's come.
article.
In this case, he's come, sir. In this case,
He
he's come.
comes.
He first disagreed. He said he won't come. Then you had a high-level delegation. H.K. Patil and his people went and convinced him. Then he appeared. He didn't read the full speech. He just read 2-3 lines and said, thank you, Jai Hind, Jai Karnataka, and left. So is this a violation of the constitution, sir?
He has not read the, he has not informed the members of the causes of the summons. Has he? By reading 2 lines, has he really informed the members? Because that is what the constitution, that is what Article 176 says. He shall inform the legislature of the causes. Has he done that?
So even R.N. Ravi walked out saying that the national anthem was not played. He said
Same
the
thing.
national anthem was not played. My ask here is it mandatory to play the national anthem first before the state anthem in a state assembly?
There is no such provision in the constitution or in any law. It is a protocol prepared by the government of the day, and according to that protocol, they do it.
So if
It is not
Tamil
that
Nadu plays the Tamil anthem instead of the national anthem first, are they committing a sin as per the constitution?
No, they are not. They are not committing. They are not actually committing any violation of the law. There is no law which compels a government or the assembly to sing the national anthem first and something else later. That is not how it is. It is actually done according to the protocol prepared by the government. That is the thing. Only thing is that you should not insult the national anthem or the national flag and so on. That is the only thing. But by singing national anthem at the end of the address doesn't amount to insulting the national anthem.
We saw similar situation that also happened in Kerala. Governor Arlekar there in Kerala, we understand, also refused to read some paragraphs that was formulated by the state government there. He was accused of omitting some crucial lines from the government's policy address. One line that said Kerala was facing severe fiscal stress due to adverse actions of the union government. So my question to you, just a simple question. I know you say that even a comma cannot be changed, but if the government in its address is bashing the union government or the centre that is ideally appointed the governor, I understand this is a constitutional mandate that they have to read the speech as is. But don't you see it very conflicting here? Governors are going to be bashing the union government ideally through this speech because the government, the state governments have written lines against the union government outrightly. Kerala has written due to adverse action of the union government that undermine fiscal federalism. That's what Kerala government has written, and the governor has refused to read it.
Let me explain it. Actually, you know, in our federal system, there can be disputes and between the center and the states. In fact, our constitution recognizes that. Our constitution recognizes disputes between the center and the states in respect of the rights of the states. So there can be disputes. If there are disputes, then naturally states can make critical comments about the attitude of the center. And that's a part of this federal structure. And that, in fact, that is a part of the constitution also, because constitution recognizes this. That is why the Article 131 says that any dispute that arises between the union and the states in respect of some right, the Supreme Court shall deal with that. The point is, Constitution of India recognizes the reality of disputes between the center and the states. And if there are disputes, naturally, there will be critical comments made by either the states or the center.
Sir,
and that is no reason, that's no reason why the governor should avoid those things, because governor, as I said in the beginning, governor has no responsibility, personal responsibility towards this, and everybody understands it. In fact, the governor also understands it, and everyone in this country
so then are you saying that governors are acting like political agents by refusing to do this?
Well, I do not want to make any comment on that. I normally speak about the constitutional position
What's
only.
the legal remedy forward, sir? Stalin says that we're going to take this up legally, constitutionally. What can they really do?
That is, the constitution can be amended only by parliament. The state, of course, can make a request to the central government to bring a bill to amend the constitution.
No, no.
But the center is
when
under
you say
no
amend the
obligation
constitution, you're saying amend it to say what?
to dispense with this special address.
Basically, to do away with this address.
Yeah, this kind of a special address at the commencement of the session, because so far as the other sessions are concerned, there is no requirement for the governor to come and address it. Only at in the first session, at the beginning of the first session, and also the first session after the election. These are two occasions when the governor comes and addresses the House. And here the president comes and addresses the joint sittings of the houses, and in the assembly, in states where there are two houses, of course, both the houses, members of both the houses will attend that. That is the constitutional position. But the point is, in fact, you have referred to Dr. Venkataraman's, R. Venkataraman's opinion. In fact, he had said that this particular practice, should be dispensed with, because it has.
Sir, my question is,
no,
okay, but there can't be any action taken against, forget about amending the constitution. Can there be action taken against the governor for violating the constitution?
Well, who can do that? In fact, if there is a violation of the constitution, then the court, the Supreme Court, is the agency which can look into that. Whenever there is a violation of the constitution, that will be addressed only by the Supreme Court. Therefore, the Supreme Court can look into this.
So you're saying Stalin and the like-minded opposition parties are well within their right to take up file a case in the Supreme Court.
Where else will they go? Where else can they go?
No, I'm saying this plea will be entertained in the Supreme Court.
I do not know. I can't presume what the Supreme Court is going to do. But
has there been ever any case or instance in the past, ever in history, that a governor has been pulled up in the top court for violating the constitution?
Yes. In many cases, it has
R.
been
N.
done
Ravi,
by the Supreme Court.
recently was in the
Supreme Court has made very
saying that
critical
he was
comments
withholding bills. Yes.
Supreme Court has made very critical comments in certain cases about the conduct of the governors. That is there.
Great. Thank you very much, PTT Acharya, for giving us your constitutional expertise on that. I really appreciate you joining us. Okay, I'll bring in Satya Prakash and Dr. Sudha. Thank you for patiently waiting on with us. Satya Prakash, what happened today? Yeah, you heard it. You heard it. The governor has, as per constitution, is mandated to be reading out the speech as is. He refused to do it. He said few lines and he walked out. So he effectively has gone against the constitution. Similar instance in Tamil Nadu, in Kerala. What pattern are you staring at?
See, Tamil Nadu and Kerala, this has been a routine affair for the last 3-4 years or 5-6 years. But today in Karnataka, it is a black day in the history of Karnataka. No governor has done this sort of thing. Today, what is an irony is, in Karnataka, a man who holds a constitutional post has diluted the constitution. He has gone against the basic framework of the constitution. Article 176 and Article 163, he has acted against the interest. And our secretary, Lok Sabha, he has said very clearly, and I will not go into the details. Today, this governor has acted against the very constitution for which his job is. And we urge upon the president, only the president can withdraw him for diluting the constitution. Yes, today he did come to the assembly. Why did he come to the assembly? Because the Advocate General of the state was in the Supreme Court. If he wouldn't have come to the assembly, 100% we would have gone and filed an appeal in the Supreme Court. Today, a constitutional body like who is the governor? Governor is the head of the state. According to Article 176, it is not governor's speech that he is going. It is not his personal speech that he is going to tell in the assembly. He is going to tell the vision of the Congress government or any government
What
of the
if
day.
you're using this vision is an opportunity that you're using to bash the center then?
I will give you an example. Earlier, Karnataka government used to pay only 10% in Manrega. Today we have to pay 40%. Is it in the interest of Karnataka people? Is it in the interest of Karnataka government? Is it in the interest of Kannada people? Who is the governor? Governor is the head of the state. Who is responsible to take care of the interest of Karnataka as head of the state? The job of a governor is to take care of the interest of the state for which he heads, or the interest of the center who appoints him. Today, Mr. Devarchin Gehlot has forgotten that governor doesn't have any political affiliation. Once he becomes a governor, he sheds becoming a BJP member. He sheds being a Sangh member. A governor should act impartially. And especially, what is this? He should not act against the basic framework of what his position is all about. Article 176 clearly states, and it is not his wish. Our friend Acharya said very clearly, he cannot even touch one comma and full stop while he was asking to remove 10 to 11 paragraphs. It is not his story. It is not his speech. It is the aspiration of the Congress government or the Karnataka government that he is supposed to deliver in the
All right, let
in
me
the
bring in
house.
Dr. Sudha. We heard you very clearly, Dr. Sudha. The BJP has said that they are expecting the governor to criticize the center. How is that possible? But you heard the constitutional expert who joined us, PDT Acharya, very clearly listing out the constitutional mandates, and they've got governor has to be aligned with the constitution. He can't be acting against it, and there could very well be possible that the opposition parties can take him to court, just like what Tamil Nadu has done with R.N. Ravi for withholding bills. So the allegation is that the governors are acting at the behest of the NDA.
Very good evening, Nabila. First and foremost, what these people are preaching, no, let them practice first. The bill, that is the VBG Ramji bill, which was passed in the parliament and which was given an assent by the honorable president of our country. It is an act now. Okay, the bill is an act now, and which we all of us had to accept it. Okay, the state government, if it has any problem regarding that, it can go to the court. There was no need for it to put so many words which are criticizing the central government in the speech, and the honorable governor of Karnataka had very well put up his reservations that he wants to get 11 paras for the 11 paras. Wherein again I told some words were used which was criticizing the central government. And whatever these people are talking 40%, 60% and all, the main problem for the Karnataka government today is, especially for the Karnataka government, why I am telling is because it has been listed third by the report of the CAG that is the most corrupt. Okay. Yadgir, there was a man who was wearing a sari and he's taking a photo for taking the bills for the Manrega. Okay, in Karnataka, I'm talking that too in Kalyana, Karnataka. And in Aland and Jevargi, there are 5 panchayats where, there are gram panchayats where in 21 works, there was absolute fraud over there. The machines were used instead of the manpower over there, and a lot of fraud bills were made, and a lot of fraud work was done over there, which is put on paper and which is invested by the Central Rural Development team. Now, because the Karnataka government can't take, no, I didn't interrupt Mr. Satya Prakash. I have waited patiently so that I can give every answer to whatever you have told. The Karnataka government has acted as an ATM. No, the central government was an ATM card for all these people, and the work cards and the work cards, job cards.
No, Mr. Satya Prakash, you cannot interfere. Please allow her to complete.
See, the job cards were misutilized and the machines were used over here. And Karnataka, once again, I'm repeating, Karnataka is standing third as the most corrupt, which is report given by the CAG. And today, these people have acted like urban nexus. Okay, in a federal system, absolute like urban nexus. They have pouched Hari Prasad and HK Patil have pouched on the governor.
Ask them to apologize for using such a derogatory word. It is a shame. You should be ashamed of yourself. You cannot use such derogatory words on national TV. It is a shame that people like you to national TV. You are the
central government had given, the central government had asked to purchase
Nonsense.
around the 3
How can
lakh
you
tons.
accuse someone
Why
as
did
urban
the
Naxal?
state government purchase only 2.16
Nabila,
lakh tons of
it
turgal
is
was
unbecoming.
purchased?
It is
What
unbecoming
you
of a
people have done? Why there is so
of
much
the
fraud in
BJP
Kalyana
to call
Karnataka
someone
which
an
is going
urban
on?
Naxal.
No,
Shame on her.
you
Shame
people,
on her.
no,
You should be ashamed.
absolutely no.
Using
Using
such
machines in front
derogatory
of man.
language
You
on
people
national
have
TV.
you people
You
have
should not
behaved
use such derogatory language
unconstitutionally.
like
You know-
urban
Today, you
Naxal.
don't have any rights to do
You
so.
should not use such derogatory
No,
words like urban.
you
What do you
have
think
Okay,
of
you
yourself?
ma'am,
even
Miss
today
Sudha,
you are doing the same thing.
Dr. Sudha, just a
You have
moment.
to apologize.
Satya
You have
Prakash,
to apologize to the
Satya
people of
Prakash,
I will
Satya
not
Prakash, my
apologize.
question to you,
apologize.
if
No
we could
matter
play
what. You
the
people
visuals
are
of BK
apologize.
Hari Prasad, if we have that on
You
screen.
the people of Karnataka and to the people of India.
Ask her to apologize for using that dirty word.
One moment, okay.
Apologize for using that dirty word.
Okay, I have barely 2 minutes if there is a way we can communicate. Satya Prakash, is it true that Mr. BK Hari Prasad, one of your party leaders, senior leaders, there are visuals on our screens there, did he really manhandle a marshal?
No, I don't know. What Mr. B. Hari Prasad is saying, the BJP legislature store is shared. That is what he is
The
saying.
videos are
The
very much
BJP
evident.
legislature.
The videos are very much evident.
See, you have to wait. Now you have to walk your talk.
I'm
now.
asking
Wait.
you, Satya
You have
Prakash,
to walk
is
your
it
talk.
true that
Wait.
BK Hari Prasad manhandled a marshal who was escorting the governor out?
The BJP legislature's manhandling BK Hari Prasad is what he has said. And it is a shame that a 40% Sarkar, a chief minister who went to jail,
the
BJP chief
40%
minister who
Sarkar-
went to jail.
All right. Satya Prakash, I have no more time. Dr. Sudha, I will end with you.
Karnataka's wealth are talking
Dr.
about
Sudha,
taxing-
my only question, it comes down to, fine, you're saying that they disagree, you disagree with the speech itself that Karnataka government has created, but don't you think that a governor's responsibility is to abide by the constitution, and the governor walking out like this, and what do you have to say about the trend in South India? All opposition rule states, non-BJP and non-NDA rule states, you have governors refusing to comply with the state government. Is there a pattern, anything you want to say in justification to that?
Nabila, let me tell you, Honorable Governor has very much abided by the Constitution, because in this speech, it was their absolute criticism for the VB Ramji Act. So this is absolutely unconstitutional. So he had already told priorly to get reservation for this, which these people have told, no, we are not going to remove a single line from the speech. So they had to obey the governor this one, because what he was saying is a constitutional one. And what you are talking about the south part of the South India.
Yeah.
See, every incident what has happened is different, okay?
Yeah.
And whatever the governors are saying, they are justifying that. Even in Tamil Nadu, what they told, 25 lakh crores, what was spent, he said that all those things was not spent. It was on the MOU, it was on paper, and it is not spent. He knows it is wrong, so he cannot deliver it to the people of the Tamil Nadu or to the people of Karnataka what is wrong. Even they have some conscience, and this is
I have
not
a
against the
question to her,
Constitution. The
Nabila.
Constitution
I have a
stands for
question
the
to her.
people of our country, and that is what they have done. They have performed their job abruptly right.
I don't know if they really performed it right, because we heard the constitution
just
expert
15 seconds, just
ki-
15
and
seconds. He is the
as
governor.
per the guidelines, all
governor,
three
official
governors,
spokesperson
Kerala
of the
governor,
BJP
Karnataka
party.
governor and
See,
Tamil
Nabila,
Nadu governor
Nabila,
have
Nabila,
violated
Nabila,
the
10
constitution.
Nabila, 10 seconds. 10 seconds, please. Only 10 seconds.
Yes,
Only
Dr.
10
Sudha.
seconds.
Yeah.
Okay? Only 10
See,
seconds.
what I'm asking
See,
is,
Hari Prasad
is the
told us
governor,
this
the
is
official
the law.
spokesperson of
This is
Mr. Modi,
this,
the BJP government and the central
Okay,
government.
we
is the
heard you,
person
Satya Prakash.
that
We
I'm
heard you.
asking.
We heard you. Okay, tell me, Dr. Sudha.
See, Hari Prasad told this is absolutely against the law and order. Okay. My question is, the law and order in Karnataka is completely collapsed. It has been completely burned. There is one Mr. Raju Gowda who has abused an woman officer, Aruna Gowda, Amruta Gowda, and that person is absconding
Okay.
since more
All
than
right.
10 days.
I
Where
don't
is the
have
law
time
and
to
order over
deviate.
here?
I do not have time to deviate. I think we've come to a consensus here that the BJP very strongly believes that the Congress is lying through their speech, and the
Exactly.
Congress, of course, strongly believing that they are being deprived, and
And
they
they're
have the
using the
right
central
to
funds
say
as
what
ATM.
they are facing
And
through
they
the
have put the
speech,
law
and it
for
is
the
mandated for the
Indian
governor
Indian
to
taklif ho raha hai.
follow as per what the speech has.